You clicked on this video, so you're probably exploring the idea of minimalism. But maybe, like me, you thought that's too extreme for me. That's exactly what I thought when I first learned about minimalism. It felt intense, restrictive, and honestly not realistic. I used to think minimalism meant living in a nearly empty apartment. White walls, one chair, no TV, and a single black t-shirt worn every day. Basically aesthetic monk mode. And because of that image, I never saw myself as someone who could be a minimalist. It felt too strict, too extreme, and too not me. But lately something shifted. Because here's the thing. What I thought minimalism was and what it actually feels like are two very different things. And I don't think we talk about that enough. Back then, I saw minimalism as all about less. Less stuff, less fun, less color, less freedom even. It seemed like you had to give up everything just to earn the minimalist label. So anytime I bought something that wasn't essential, a second pair of shoes, a scented candle, a cozy blanket, I'd think, well, I guess I'm not a minimalist. And honestly, that mindset was exhausting. But then without really planning it, I started making quieter changes. I decluttered a drawer. I said no to a few impulse buys. I stopped holding onto things just in case. And little by little, my space felt lighter. My mind felt quieter. I had more clarity, not less joy. That's when I realized minimalism isn't about restriction. It's about relief. Relief from the pressure to keep up. Relief from clutter, physical and mental. Relief from the constant noise of more. I think we confuse minimalism with perfection, as if you're only allowed to call yourself a minimalist if you live out of a backpack or count your possessions. But for me, minimalism isn't about rules, it's about intention. Now before I buy something, I just ask, do I really want this? Or do I want what I think it represents? If I say yes, great. If I say no, I move on, no guilt, no overthinking. Minimalism, I've learned, isn't about having nothing. It's about not being owned by everything. There's no finish line to reach. No perfect capsule wardrobe, no magic number of items that makes it official. It's more like a mindset. One that helps me focus on what actually matters. Time. Peace, financial stability, space to breathe. Some days I still feel the pull to accumulate, but more often I feel the power of saying this is enough. And that to me is minimalism. So no, I don't live in a white-walled apartment with one chair and a single spoon, but I do feel calmer, less weighed down by things, by pressure, by expectations. And maybe that's the version of minimalism that fits me best. Not the version I imagined, but the version I have. And honestly, I like it here. I'm not perfect. I still have things I don't use. I still occasionally buy something I don't really need, out of habit, out of emotion, out of impulse. But I'm getting better, slowly. Not aiming for perfect, just for peace. And every small step counts. What about you? Have you felt that shift too?